Welcome to the Wagon Fantasy Football Podcast. It's Brad, Eric, and Josh. We're here. Football's right around the corner. College football is underway. Ohio State, man, they look good. Alabama, they can play some football. War Eagle, Josh. It's okay.
Woo! War Eagle, baby. 60-10. Woo! Killed Akron. They suck.
Ooh.
All right. Football's right around the corner. Make sure you go out and follow us on social media so you can get the updates and we can get you going. You can follow Empty Wagon at Empty Wagon FF, right? Or is it FF? Yep. I'm at Tack Jones. Josh is at FF Josh Hughes. And Eric is at Gunzaveld 19.
Gunzaveld.
Check us out. Boys, how you doing? Eric's awake, thank goodness.
I am awake tonight, yes.
Mm.
Trying not to cough up a lung. Been out in the garage cutting and sanding all day, so.
That a boy.
Yeah.
We got these weird windows that are in our front door and back door, but they have crap in the middle of them, and all this stuff fell out, so it looked really bad. So I spent the night swapping around windows. So the front door now looks good, and our back door looks like trash. So
well, there's your project for next weekend.
Cash money. Oh, I got plenty of projects already. So anyway, that's what I've been doing. Projects on projects. I went up to the mountain today. Hung out. It was nice and rainy up there. That was good. What have you been doing there, Bradley Dudley?
Nothing. Single dadding it again for a little bit. The wife had to go to town, but other than that, I got the dog groomed. Gonna clean the house up probably. Put some Legos together.
Ooh, what kind of Legos?
What is this?
Star Wars?
No. He wants campers. His grandma has a camper and he stayed in it. So he's got 3 different sets of campers now with trucks that pull them.
There you go.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I want a Death Star so bad, but it's like 7,000 pieces and it's like $600.
And then the kid gets hold of it and you cry.
Bingo.
No, you gotta craggle that bad, Dad. You can't.
Yeah, that thing's going in the case. I'm just saying, that thing's getting craggled and it's going in the case.
I'd hang it from the ceiling, like with other stuff, like an X-wing and like some other stuff, and then one of them would fall out and just shatter everywhere, and I'd cry.
Have you guys ever used super glue when you do Legos? Because I've never done it.
No. Oh no.
I never have either. Like I've built a bunch of stuff, but I've never actually tried to glue the pieces together to give them a stick.
You know what would be a good idea though is like if you didn't want to play with them and you just wanted to display them, you could do that epoxy resin stuff and just keep them.
Yeah, they're never coming apart then.
Never.
Yeah. But
Lord Business knows what's up.
Let's get into football here, okay? We
let's
talk
go.
about Legos all day.
Yeah.
So final cuts have been made by teams.
There
were some headlines. Cam Newton was released by the Patriots. That's a big one. Let's just get this one out of the way. Mac Jones will be the starter.
We don't know that.
Okay. Yeah.
He's never been named. He hasn't been named the starter.
Okay. Brian Hoyer could be starting.
Yeah, Brian Hoyer could start.
Brian Hoyer got cut.
Did he really?
Who's their backup?
So they cut him and signed him to the practice squad. But I'm assuming he's going to end up coming back and being the backup until Stiddy.
I think they did this last year with him too, didn't they?
They kept Hoyer around for a little bit, and then whenever it was clear that Stiddy was going to be the number 2, because Stiddy beat out Hoyer for the backup role. He's just on the PUP right now, so Stiddy will come back and he'll be the backup, and then they'll cut Hoyer.
I can't believe they didn't cut Stidham.
He's better than Hoyer.
Is he?
Are we sure?
He is better than Hoyer. Like I'm not saying he's a great quarterback anymore. I've given up on that dream, but
he's better than Cam Newton apparently.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that. I think you could. There's no way you could keep Cam around. You couldn't.
Okay, before we get into the Cam stuff, let's talk about Mac Jones. What does this do for the Patriots offense?
Running backs through the roof. Sony Michel. Well, Sony Michel's gone, but I mean Damon Harris. Damian Harris. I don't know why. I get
Ramondre Stevenson.
Damian Harris is going to get all that goal line work. Damian Harris goal line work. Finally.
What about James White?
James White's going to be good. He's going to be fantasy relevant. He's
So
one of the greatest PPR running backs of the past 10 years, honestly.
Yes. So let's talk. I want to talk about James White for a second, because if you look at PPR, like ADP and all that, he's not really going in the drafted range. Like, he's way very underdrafted, not really touched. But he was one of the guys before Cam was cut that was talking up Mac Jones to the press. He was one of the Belichick guys that was out there like, he really knows the offense. He's really the team leader. Like, he's showing a lot of this stuff. And I think Bill remembers that kind of stuff and pays that forward. Bill Parcells did the same thing. He had his guys. And Belichick is from the Parcells tree.
Yeah, James White has his role in the offense. That's why he's been around, is that he plays his part very, very well. The same reason they still have that running back who's been on the team forever, and all he does is special teams. I can't even remember. Bolden. Because Bolden plays his part too. That's the reason those guys are still there, and they haven't been cut yet. I mean, they stayed healthy, and they play their parts very, very well. So Mac Jones is going to be that guy that's just going to fall in. He's going to do what he's supposed to do. He makes really good decisions. He doesn't have a huge arm. Like, he's Tom Brady light. I'm not saying he's ever going to be Tom Brady, but I'm saying that
he could be early Tom Brady.
Yeah,
game manager Tom Brady. Yeah,
he fits exactly what they need. And when you think about this team who was 7-9 last year, when half their defense was opted out, their quarterback couldn't throw for more than 10 yards down the field. Like, this team is going to make the playoffs this year.
Who's the wide receiver to own there?
Jonnu Smith.
No, wide receiver. Wide receiver.
There isn't one.
Jacoby Myers?
I think Jacoby Myers probably stands to benefit the most, because Nelson Aguilar is the quote unquote a deep threat, right? So I think the tight ends, your James White's, so your PPR running back, and then Jacoby Myers stand to benefit, because he throws an accurate pass on time into space usually. He's not getting his guys killed. So they should have a chance to get yards after the catch. But, correct me if I'm wrong, I didn't watch him very much when he was at Alabama. Did they go deep a lot with him? Ever?
Yes.
Yeah,
well, they did?
He had a couple guys. Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle.
I don't watch these guys in college, so
I
did not watch any tape on Mac Jones.
He never had to use Jerry Jeudy, because Jerry Jeudy was already gone. It was Waddle and Smith, and
he did it last year. Did he play? Did he fill in for Tua?
No, he didn't. He did fill in for Tua a little bit. You're right, he did.
Yeah, when Tua went down, because there was reports that Jerry Jeudy said he liked catching passes from Mac Jones more than Tua.
Well, yeah. And he did pretty good enough to let Devonta Smith win a Heisman. So I think that was probably pretty good. Pretty good quarterback.
I'd be curious to see what his average depth of target in college was. I'm sure I could find it.
When every single one of his teammates on the offensive side and defensive side of the ball are first round draft picks. I think he probably did it right.
Yeah, but college average depth of target is really thrown off, because if they're 50 yards down the field, but they got 10 yards of separation,
Devontae Smith creates a ton of separation.
All right, so is Cam playing football this year in the NFL?
He will later.
Houston.
He'll be no. I don't think he calls out back for Houston.
Why not?
I don't, because
you think Tyrod's going to get stabbed in the chest again?
I don't think that Houston needs him. I don't think he needs Houston.
I think they'd rather start him than.
I could see him end up in New York with the Jets, kind of mentoring.
Zach Wilson's look good, bro.
But he's a backup now. He's not a starter anymore.
He's not going to take a backup job.
Okay, well, you want him to go to Detroit and compete with Goff? Because that's realistic.
Well, what I'm saying is, I don't think he plays NFL this year. I don't think he makes the team this year, unless a quarterback gets hurt.
He's not going to go to Washington because Ron Rivera's made it very clear with chemo and cancer and everything how he feels about being vaccinated. So he won't be a football teamer. I mean, he's not going to go to Philly. They're stocked up on quarterbacks right now. He could go to the Giants, maybe be with Danny Jones. Maybe.
Oh,
I just
Gettleman could.
I don't know. I honestly I don't see where he goes. I don't see him playing football this year unless some good team, their quarterback goes down and they try to. The Cowboys made a talk about possibly kicking the tires on bringing Cam in.
Don't like that.
You think maybe he could go back to the Panthers?
I don't think they want him back. That's not the same offense. He never played for those people, the coaches there.
That's true.
He was never on a team with them.
The thing is that people need to realize, like, he's washed. He's washed.
He said he said there's not 32 quarterbacks better than him in the NFL. But we're having a hard time picking a team that
his 8 touchdowns and 11 interceptions or 10 interceptions or what it was last year would
his
say
arm
differently.
looked a lot better this preseason than it did all of last season.
But it's the same thing. Like, so do you guys remember Mike Vick there towards the end? Like, whenever he had to come in and spot duty in Pittsburgh? No. He didn't even know the damn playbook. He wasn't ready to play. And we're talking about the same issues with Cam. Yeah, Cam has intangibles for days. He's a great leader, but physically he's not there anymore. And now all of a sudden, if you can't make the mental decisions that you need to go along with the lack of physical ability, what do you have here? I think he's washed.
You're making my point. You don't think he plays in the NFL this year? I don't think he plays.
I
don't think he's going to take. I don't think he take his backup job. Because remember, I brought that up to you guys. I said, "Do you think if Mac Jones wins this job, would he do a Taysom Hill role?" And we all pretty much said no.
No.
And that's
if it's the difference between him staying in the league and not staying in the league, though, and remaining somewhat relevant, though. Don't you think, like, self-preservation wouldn't it kick in at that point?
He's made his money. He made his MVP.
That's true. He did.
I mean, he could be like Melo, take a year off, resurface.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. But this year, I do not see Cam playing this year. Even in Dynasty, I'm probably dropping Cam, even in a 2 QB league, unless you can stash him somewhere. I don't think he's worth holding for fantasy. All right, Jamison Crowder. Well, actually, before we get to Jamison Crowder, we just brought it up. Sony Michel got traded, right? Did we talk about this on the last show?
Yeah, we did.
I think we did,
okay.
Yes.
So you just said Sony Michel. Make sure he is a Ram. Jamison Crowder tested positive for COVID. Got dogs barking. I doubt he plays the first week of the season.
No, he's not. He won't be able to.
Yeah, no, 2 weeks, right?
10-day isolation protocol.
It's 10 days. He's right at it, but he'd have to get another negative test in that time frame.
Are they away the first week?
I'm not sure.
He had a groin issue anyway. It was considered day-to-day, so there's a very good chance he was going to miss the first week.
New York.
Fire up your Corey Davis. Fire up your Elijah Moore.
Yeah. New York is at Carolina, so they have to travel the day before. So therefore, that shortens his timetable to get a negative test. So yes, in all likelihood, he's not playing. But yeah, he's not their number one guy anyway because he took a pay cut to stay on the team. So
it's just one of those guys that has a chance to catch 10 passes in a game in a PPR league. But whatever, Jamison Crowder, nobody really cares. I think it just helps. It helps the Elijah Moore. It helps everything else. Now let's talk about the Jets made another move. They traded a player. They did trade a player. Good old Chris Herndon.
Woo!
Right, to the Vikings.
Send him away. Right. Send him to the Vikings because Irv Smith is probably out for most of the season. So if you were Irv Smith true for this year, he had surgery. I think they said 4 months. Is that what I saw?
Yeah, he's done for the year.
I believe so.
Yeah,
I think like at the earliest he's back in like week 6 or something like that.
Yeah, but they went out and they traded for Chris Herndon. There was a lot of weird reports, but whatever. Chris Herndon as a Viking, any value there?
No, he couldn't even beat out the Tomb Raider, Tyler Kroft. You kidding me?
And now that's what I want to talk about.
Tyler Kroft, the Tomb Raider.
Tyler Kroft, baby. I'm not saying he's good. I'm not saying he's mediocre. What I'm saying is that he could catch passes in the Jets because that defense is going to be bad. They're going to have to throw the ball.
Yeah.
In a tight end premium league, he's a good bye week fill-in.
Yeah.
Do you think Tyler Kroft could finish as a top 10 tight end this year?
Anything is possible.
Top 10's so
Yeah.
dirty. It's like,
Yeah,
I
top
don't
10's
think so.
Easy. Top 10's so easy to do.
No.
I like
It
I don't
Tyler
think
Croft.
so.
Once I saw him go up there to the Jets, I liked it a lot. I actually, in a couple tight end premium leagues that are really deep, I stashed him.
When it comes down to it, that offense supports two guys, and they want to run the ball a lot. So I think,
Hey, yeah.
no, I don't think.
Josh,
he'll
what
get
do you
enough
say
targets.
about wanting? You can want in one hand and relieve yourself in the other hand, and we can see which one fills up first. The defense is going to be bad. They're going to be playing from behind.
Mike
Zach Wilson
Zimmer?
could be throwing the ball.
Mike Zimmer will get them together. Don't worry.
No. I'm talking about the Jets.
Get these boys fired up.
Jets. Tyler
I thought we were
Croft.
talking about.
JETS.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I don't
I'm
care
thinking
about
Vikings.
Chris
Excuse
Herndon,
me.
I think, is useless. Irv Smith is a better talent than him, and he couldn't do anything there, so I don't see how.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm talking about like the Vikings support two wide receivers. That's it. So no, the Jets though, Tyler Croft. If Jamison Crowder's out, then I mean, yeah, sure, take a flyer on.
Robert Tonyan-esque year. This year's Robert Tonyan.
You really think Zach Wilson's not going to have a tough time his rookie
100%
year?
will. 100% will.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow had a tough time too. How'd T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd and all them do?
Zach Wilson's going to be fine. Tony Romo called him the next Aaron Rodgers, bud.
And he wears a headband.
Look it. I love Tony as a quarterback, as an announcer, but Tony, I don't know.
He can see the future.
I don't know about that one, bud.
He can see.
We'll see. We shall see. Those are some big shoes to fill right there.
He said next Aaron Rodgers. The problem is that he plays for the Jets.
Right.
It's the same thing with old Justin Fields. It's like you play for the Bears.
Would you take Tyler Croft over Hunter Henry?
With Mac Jones, probably not. No.
Yeah,
Jones is probably the number one. We've talked about it. Hunter Henry's probably going to miss time.
He still finished. He missed time last year and still finished in the top 12.
He was the only wide receiver or only tight end for the Chargers. He's not going
Just
to be the only
because
tight end.
I think he's one of those guys that you're going to be able to get at the end of your draft, or even pick up off of the waivers, and he could do something for you. But
that's what I'm saying. It's like how Robert Tonyan was last year. Was a tight end. I'm not saying he's Darren Waller because that's crazy talk.
Yeah. That Patriots offense isn't going to run the ball though. They're going to use that short pass to substitute the run. They're not going to run. They're not going to run. They're going to dink and dunk it just like they did with Brady.
Whatever. Let's move on. We'll get off that.
Can someone check his temperature? He's ill.
I'm not.
He has a cold.
Okay. Yeah, they'll run the ball like 10 times with Damian Harris and maybe like 5 with Ramondre Stevenson and then call it a day.
What are we – is this serious? Is this happening right now? Does he –
I don't know. Let's get off Patriots. We talked about the Patriots earlier. We talked about that. I gave you guys a chance to talk about that with Mac Jones. Should have brought that up then. Moving on. Jamison Crowder.
You asked about him.
What other news is there?
Well, Kenny Golladay returned to practice, so he's lining up to get hurt again.
Oh.
John Ross went on injured reserve. Not that it mattered.
Shocking.
Nikhil Harry's on injured reserve, so there's that.
He asked for his release. Didn't he ask for trade or his release?
Yeah, and
that's interesting.
He apologized. And then Evan Ingram, it looks like Evan Ingram might end up on the IR. So that he had his calf issue. He got hurt in the last preseason game, and now they're like, oh, maybe he'll end up on the IR. So that's not good. Tariq Cohen is on the PUP.
Yep.
So that's
David Montgomery, fire him up.
Yeah.
Khalil Hill or what's Khalil Herbert? Is that the rookie they drafted?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sneaky eye on him. Just saying.
What do we think?
Dak is a full go. That matters.
Yes, that matters.
It does matter. Let's talk real quick though before we get into Dak because we're going to talk about the Thursday kickoff game here in a second. John Brown was released by the Raiders. I think we all thought he could do what Nelson Aguilar did last year, but John Gruden did not. And he asked for his release. They released him. So do you guys believe the hype that was Bryan Edwards? Is it back? Are we firing that back up?
I think Darren Waller is the only guy I want on the Raiders. And I think that's still true. I think that's – I mean, if I was going to take a late round anything on any of those guys, it would
Devontae
probably be on
Parker
Ruggs.
or Brian Edwards.
Oh, Devontae Parker.
Brian Edwards.
I'm not saying
want the
Henry
broad
Ruggs
guy.
because I think Henry Ruggs is kind of the one-trick pony.
I don't
He's
want
the
Henry
speed guy.
Ruggs. I don't
Yeah.
want Henry Ruggs. But Brian Edwards, I want me some Brian Edwards this year. I sure do.
Like, I think he'll be okay.
I think I do too. The guy who
he's not gonna be world beaters. He's not gonna be a wide receiver 1, but he'll be that low end wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3. You need to fill out your roster with.
Yeah, there's a guy who's kind of fallen on the radar because he's been hurt the past 2 years, but Jalen Hurd for the San Francisco 49ers. He has been healthy this entire preseason. I'm just saying the talent is there. You do whatever you want to him, but just a guy to look at. Just to
Does he play for the 49ers?
Yes.
You can count down the days till he gets hurt.
Yeah.
Yes, that's probably true. But
the 49ers have that thing up there, days since a star player was injured, and they just keep erasing it. It never makes it double digits.
Yeah, because Ayuk's got a hamstring injury now, so that stinks. But what do we think about Peyton Barber to the Raiders? Since we're talking about the Raiders a little bit.
That's what I was going to bring up. So they released John Brown to fill that roster spot. They went out and claimed Peyton Barber, who was released by the football team.
After they missed on Royce Freeman.
Yeah, they put a bid in for Royce Freeman. Didn't get it. They're like, well, let's go get Peyton Barber.
Oh, my gosh, dude.
So they went out and added Kenyon Drake in the offseason. They go out and get Peyton Barber. Is Josh Jacobs traded?
Does he get traded?
Is he getting traded this year?
I don't think he's going to get traded, but he's definitely going to have a second contract with the Raiders. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. What, 3 years ago?
2 years,
This is his fourth year, correct?
This is his third year.
Third year?
Right? Or is this his fourth?
I don't remember when he was drafted. But either way, so they're looking at his 5th round option next year. So they could be like, well, we don't really want to play you, Josh. And they could hang on to Drake and
this is
Peyton Barber. I don't know why you would want to do that, but
did you guys also see the reports that they tried to trade for Khalil Mack in the offseason?
They tried to trade for Khalil Mack.
Yeah. What are you doing, Vegas? Come on.
They traded him.
That's what I'm saying. What are they doing?
And the GM there, they play like we play fantasy.
They do. I just want to mix it up.
They get tired of a player and they're gone. Like, let's move on from him. Move on from him.
Yeah. That's funny.
So,
speaking of Royce Freeman, does he have any kind of relevancy on the Panthers?
No, he's not. He's not going to beat out that rookie, Chuba
Hubbard.
If Christian McCaffrey goes down, he'll be the third down back there.
You mean when?
Yeah, I know his back's back.
Wow, dude. Wow.
I just like to needle Josh because his team falls apart because of injuries every year.
No, but I mean, let's be honest here. If he goes down, I don't think they want to give Chuba the 3-down work.
No, probably not third down. First and second, I think they'd be okay with him.
Supposedly, Booker's a good pass catcher. I have yet to see that on any game film I've watched. You've watched plenty of them, Josh.
Yeah, he was a Bronco. Freeman, yeah.
You're not missing anything there.
I mean, if you can't beat out Phillip Lindsay and Melvin Gordon at this point, you're probably not.
He was a good third down back though. He was. That was like the one thing that he did good.
There you go.
And what you don't realize was it was Royce Freeman, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. So he faced more 8 in the box than any running back because when he was in there, everybody knew he was running us straight the middle. And when they put Phillip Lindsay in there, they do all this weird stuff. All the stats, the splits.
That's fun.
He didn't really get a fair shake, but Phillip Lindsay should be the starter in Arizona or Houston soon, so it'll be fine.
Over DJ?
He'll get hurt.
No, I know. That team's going to be a train wreck.
Isn't it interesting that Todd Gurley is still unemployed at 27 years old, can't even find a job? I just think that's interesting.
Let's talk about that because the Ravens, they lost J.K. Dobbins. They did bring Gurley in early in the offseason to work out. They did not sign Gurley. They did sign a running back. They signed – who was it? Who did the Ravens sign? I know they signed something. I can't remember what it was.
I don't
Whatever.
know.
They went out and got a lesser pedigree of player, I would say, just to fill up the running back room.
Oh, they got Royce Freeman. Oh no, they tried to get a Royce Freeman. I don't know who they got, but they tried to get Royce Freeman.
I just saw that Corey Clement's a Cowboy, but okay.
But they would. It's sad that they would rather have Royce Freeman instead of. So it looks like Tyson Williams, the guy that's already on their team, is beating out Justin Hill for the second down work. But I really do expect them to add somebody. But it's telling to the fact that they haven't brought in Gurley because they brought him in earlier. You would think that they would need him, but maybe not.
Maybe they like what they got there. Maybe they think he just muddies the water. The explosion's not there. Let's move on and let's talk. You guys want to talk NFL kickoff?
Yeah,
let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's do this.
Go out and watch my team lose.
Going to Tampa for the ring ceremony.
They are going to get stomped.
Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Let's go.
Let's not talk about the actual football of this. Let's just try to look at this as a fantasy aspect here, which I know is going to be hard. Over under is, I had it up. Let me refresh it, make sure it didn't change. It is 51.5. Tampa Bay is favored by a touchdown and a half.
Just a touchdown.
It's early season. They don't like going too crazy on them, but
with that defense,
that's about fair. That's about fair. There could be a little Super Bowl hangover.
Get out of here.
We saw the Chiefs go into the Patriots and stomp them before we knew who the Chiefs were.
Have you seen
this week?
Tom Brady throw at the jugs machine in the offseason? There is no hangover for that man. He's on that diet. He's drinking them vegetable shakes, whatever he's got. There's no hangover, bud.
Was that real?
Was
that the real? Jugs machine thing?
It's not real. That's fake.
Can't be real.
Prove it.
It's fake. Prove that it's real. It's the internet.
It's Tom Brady on his Twitter.
Yeah, let's talk about the two quarterbacks. Let's talk about who you starting this week. Who are you starting? Are we starting Brady this week?
I'm starting both of them. Yeah, Brady.
You should absolutely start Brady against this defense. They're terrible.
Yeah, this defense is going to be disgusting. Yeah. And Dak's going to have to throw it a ton to stay in the game. So yeah,
they won't be in the game, but he'll have to throw it a ton anyway.
Just try to stay competitive. To try to keep up.
Yeah, I worry he's going to be running for his life all night.
Brady.
And it looks like Lyle Collins will also miss the game due to a hip injury.
Oh no! Just keep Dak upright. Just keep him upright, please. Run the ball with Zeke. Please, Mike McCarthy. Please run the ball. Get some play action. Keep Dak upright.
Not doing none of that.
Please.
Nope. Not doing none of that.
It's been the most boring Hard Knocks I've ever watched, thanks to Mike McCarthy.
It has been bad.
Even the stuff he tries to do that's exciting, not exciting. He curses. It doesn't even get me fired up.
That's because he doesn't say it with any life. He has no fire in his belly at all. He's just
he has some in his belly, all right.
Yeah, ulcers probably.
Oh,
it feels like fire in there. Okay, so we're starting both the quarterbacks, Dak and Brady, right? We're drafting them early. You're not going to stream anybody over these.
No.
You wouldn't stream anybody over Dak this week?
No. Even against that defense, they'll be down. Just like Josh said, they'll be down. He'll have to throw it a lot.
You wouldn't start a Matt Ryan against the Eagles over Dak this week?
No.
At home? Okay.
No.
I mean, Dak could have like a 450-yard, 3-touchdown, 2-pick game. He'll be fine.
I'm just asking. I'm just
going down the schedule and seeing the guys like, okay, maybe I could start this guy over Dak. I guess I'd start Patrick Mahomes over him if that's what we're.
Well, yeah. I mean, but I'm just looking at streamer wise. The big one I saw was just the Matt Ryan. He's at home against an Eagles defense that's terrible as well.
With a rookie quarterback, yeah.
Their
defense is terrible.
Might start Matty Snapback over because they're playing the Bears, so maybe no.
T-Law versus Houston?
No, I'm not rolling T-Law out there over Dak.
No, that's fair.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be Dak will be fine. Both the quarterbacks in this matchup will be fine. I think we could start talking about running backs now. I like Zeke in PPR. I think that's fine. Zeke is going to be one of those guys that you're going to start anyway based on where you drafted him and everything. So that's going to be easy. I don't know if he's going to have a tremendous game, but you're going to have to start him. Remember, the Bucs defense is really good.
They're very good. Their front four are fantastic.
Oh, Brad lost a tooth. No, and if they're able to do what they did in the Super Bowl, where basically they shut down the running game, Lyle Collins already being out is not a good sign. But Zeke will probably get some passing work. If anything, maybe some garbage time points in PPR. That'll be fine. The Buccaneers running back situation, though, that is one that I'm not.
Don't really like that.
I'm not interested in it.
Gun to head, you got to start one of them.
Rojo.
Giovanni Bernard, I think, is going to be out. I believe he's hurt.
Yeah, he'll be out.
Yes.
Something.
I just saw that.
Him or Lenny.
No, Keyshawn? Keyshawn Vaughn?
No, he doesn't.
Giovanni Bernard has an ankle injury, a mild high ankle sprain, so he's probably not going to play.
I would probably lean Rojo, and I'm saying this, and as I'm saying it, I'm thinking there's a good chance that Lenny will pop off for 150 yards. So I don't feel good about either one of them. Well, you got to remember, Lenny he's the pedigree. He's still a really talented running back, and he's young.
He's only playoff Lenny, though.
Would you
he
start
for the Jags, dude? He was terrible in the Jags.
If you had David Montgomery, who's going against the Rams defense, would you start a Tampa Bay running back over him?
No, I would still start Montgomery.
Yeah, I don't really want to do it. I don't know if I can start either Rojo or if
it's really hard to say this in week one, right? It's really if this is like week 6 and we've seen some defenses play, but
I'm just going off of where I rank them personally, and Rojo's like in the bottom half of RB2s, whereas Montgomery's like a possible top 12 guy, especially with Tariq Cohen gone now. So,
but I don't. Also, I got to look at my week to week rankings. I have to look at matchups, right? So that's why if you really wanted to get crazy with it, and you're like, okay, I think Rojo's going to be the guy, I wouldn't fault somebody for maybe trying to play a matchup.
No, and they'll probably be ahead, so he'll probably get a lot of carries because they'll probably be in the lead.
And I think, honestly, Bruce Arians is probably like, if one of my running backs gets hurt, I'd rather be Rojo than Leonard Fournette. Let's say playoff Lenny.
Well, that's fair. That's an interesting point.
But it could be Keyshawn Vaughn because they're like, well, we don't care about him, so let him go out there and run it around.
Wasn't he on the verge of getting cut?
Yeah. That's
what he did,
Bob.
All right, let's talk about these wide receivers.
Start them all. Start every one of them.
We got 6 wide receivers to talk about.
Fire them up.
You're starting all 6.
I probably won't start Michael Gallup. That'd be the one.
Really? I'd start him.
Is anybody worried about Amari Cooper? Not a lot of practice time.
He's always hurt.
Okay.
He's fine. Fire him up. He's a top 12 guy. He's good.
Who was your number 1 Dallas wide receiver for this game?
I'll have a side of Lamb.
Amari until CeeDee Lamb actually supplants him, I'm going with Amari.
Get out of here.
I'm taking CD because I think Amari will still get the number 1 coverage.
CD's Lambs, baby. Come on.
We'll see who outscores who.
That's why I'm saying CD Lamb. Now let's roll over to the Tampa Bay side. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown. I don't think Dallas has a cornerback.
No, they don't.
They have some on the salary, but I don't know if they really play cornerback.
No, they let them. They let the good ones walk in free agency. So,
well, it's because they're paying DeMarcus Lawrence $90 million and Zeke $90 million. What are you supposed to do?
And Amari $90 million. All
right,
and Dak like 100.
We're gonna do keep, trade, cut. So we're just ranking them 1, 2, 3. Tampa Bay wide receivers for this game and this game only.
Okay.
Eric, you want to go first?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, Josh, go. Josh, go. Send it.
Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and I'm going to cut Antonio Brown.
So Godwin, Evans, Brown.
So for this game and this game only, I'm putting Antonio Brown 1.
Oh,
because I think it's I think Brady loves him, right? He had a little bit of problems in the offseason. Brady wants to make sure he's in the offense and part of the offense, and they're going to get up early, and they'll probably give Mike Evans and Godwin time to stay healthy.
Chris Godwin will literally do whatever he wants to this defense.
Oh, 100%.
The whole game.
Godwin's 2 and Mike Evans is 3. For this game and this game only, not for the season, for this one game on Thursday night. Prime time, under the lights, Antonio Brown. I mean, just got a Super Bowl ring. holding it up to Le'Veon Bell and Big Ben. Like, guess who's got one? Not you two.
Oh, Ben's got a couple.
Well, Ben does, but not when they were all.
Not Le'Veon though. Yeah. No, that's true.
Yeah, I won it without you, bud.
Yeah.
I think for me it goes to Brady already knows who he can trust on this team.
Antonio Brown.
That's not what I said.
He lived with the dude. He let the guy live with him. Like,
we all make mistakes.
It wasn't a mistake. He vouched for him to be on this team. That's why I'm saying Antonio Brown for this game. I'm not saying for the whole season.
He trusts him. Now on a per game basis, yes, Antonio Brown got more targets than Chris Godwin and Mike Evans last year. That's factual. But Mike Evans is the dependable guy. You want to stretch the field. But you got to think they're going to be able to stretch the field in this game. That's Mike Evans' job.
That's Antonio Brown's job. Antonio Brown does it all.
Antonio Brown's like 35 years old. He's over the hill. He's a psychopath.
He's so fast, dude. He froze his feet to slow down. He froze his feet so he couldn't play for the Raiders.
Okay. I mean, I don't think you're going to go – I think you're going to be able to get, quite possibly against this defense, 3 players inside the top 24 this week.
I think they'll score double-digit points. I don't think they'll be possible. But I think Antonio Brown for this week and this week only. I know it's a crazy off the thing, but I think Antonio Brown's 1, and then Godwin and Evans will probably have very similar numbers.
I don't think it's as crazy as you say. I mean, if any week to do it, it's this week against these guys. So it's not. I mean, it's out there, but it's not. Yeah,
we're talking about a historically bad defense.
Every year they're historically bad. You know why? Because I watch them.
No. Last year they were really bad.
In my lifetime, I could probably name at least half a dozen times where the Cowboys defense has been historically bad in some aspect, either against the run or the pass or both. So
who's the rookie linebacker?
Micah Parsons?
Yeah,
Micah Parsons.
Yeah, Dion
has probably been watching preseason games. He's like, okay, Micah Parsons lines up here. I can put Antonio Brown right here, and Micah Parsons has to cover him.
Probably.
And that's a 70-yard touchdown.
Or I can put Chris Godwin on him, and he'll light him up.
I'm just like, we can line it up right there. It is. He's gone.
Well, Micah Parsons isn't good in coverage. He's only good at running downhill and stopping the run. So
would you take Dion at his age now over some of the corners you have on your roster?
As a Cowboy fan,
game or for
I'd take Dion.
Full game or one play.
I'd take him for the full game compared to some of the corners we have.
Not for a full game.
Sure, he'd be fine. He doesn't tackle anybody. He'd be fine to cover people. He'd be
give me one game. I'm just saying, after about 3 times of covering Tyreek Hill down the field, he's going to be gassed.
No. For this game, right?
This game.
Oh, but this game. Okay.
Yeah, for this game.
3 times covering Mike Evans down the field, he's going to be gassed.
No.
Oh, he's not going to cover. He probably wouldn't cover Mike Evans. But
no, Dion doesn't have it, but Prime's got it. Prime's got it.
All right.
I couldn't stand him when he was a Cowboy.
Prime play football.
Yeah. Dion.
Okay, let's talk about tight ends because there are tight ends that are playing this game.
Yeah.
Relevant ones, yes.
I think there are some. So we'll stay on the Cowboy side first. Dalton Schultz, Jeff Schwein. Is that the other one?
Blake Jarwin.
Blake Jarwin. That's it. Blake Jarwin. What did I say? Blake Jarwin. That's the one. Yeah, Jarwin. Who was the tight end owned for the Cowboys this season?
It's Blake Jarwin.
Schultz was pretty good in the time he played last year. I think Jarwin is because he's like the de facto starter.
That's the one they gave the extension to. And we all got hyped for it, and then he blew his knee out.
Yeah. That's great. Give a guy that's not done anything an extension again.
I'm not starting either one of them in this game though, because the Tampa Bay linebackers and safeties are very good,
extremely good,
and I don't think Dak's going to not be able to go to his 5th read, and I think these tight ends are his 5th read.
Yes.
Yeah. And I don't care about O.J. Howard or Gronk.
You don't think Gronk's going to get in the end zone again?
No, Gronk will get in the end zone because you know what? Micah Parsons ain't covering Gronk either. So neither is Jalen Smith and neither is Van Der Esch and the other guy they got. None of them. They're not covering him. Sorry.
I got a feeling Tom's going to make a statement. All right, this is going to be a statement game. He's going to come out there, and they can hang 50, and they'll try to hang 50.
They could do it. They certainly could do it.
They're not taking the foot off the gas.
No.
But for the whole season, though, do you think O.J. Howard takes over the number 1 tight end job throughout the season?
It's possible.
I don't. I think he gets hurt again.
You don't think they're going to leave Gronk in just in the red zone, and then in certain situations, kind of how Jimmy Graham's been used his last part of his season here, his career. That's where I was looking for career.
He's been so snake bitten by injuries. I don't trust him at all. I think Gronk is the guy to have on that team. He finished 8th last year in PPR. I think he could do similar things.
Oh, I'm not saying drop Gronk for O.J. Howard. I'm just saying keep an eye on O.J. Howard. I got a feeling that throughout the middle part of the season, we could see some stuff out of O.J. Howard.
If he stays healthy, he's got the talent and the pedigree to do it.
He could be the Aaron Hernandez to Gronk.
Except less murdery.
I don't know what he does in his free time. Not gonna speculate.
Let's hope it's less murdery then.
Oh, you guys, that's funny.
Let's just hope.
Who am I looking up? Tampa.
Let's pick the winners. You guys, everybody thinks Tampa's going to win the game?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going Tampa. Yeah.
Do they cover the spread?
Yes, probably by more than that. I bet they win. I'll say they win by 2 touchdowns at least.
Does Tampa cover the over by themselves?
51?
No.
I bet they get close. I bet they drop 40 on them. 42.
Stop.
I'd say they get 42.
35.
I think that under's low, I think that over under's low. Personally,
I think it's a lot of it. I think it's a lot of Vegas is scared that Dak's not going to be Dak.
I mean,
Vegas is normally pretty good about that stuff.
They are pretty close, but
it's not early season. You can usually get Vegas early in the season.
Yeah,
towards the end of the year, you ain't touching them.
I think 51's low because as good as that defense is, there's gonna be some busted coverage at some point with Lamb and Cooper and Gallup.
Dak's shoulder's fine. I know the reports are he's 100% full to go, but they're not gonna say he's not.
Nobody's ever really like 100%. Like
exactly. Do you think that shoulder?
He's as good as he can be.
He's fine.
And Danucci's gone.
Are we gonna see some Cooper? We gonna get rushed? With the Cooper rush?
Oh man, please
and
no.
We're definitely not going to get Danucci now. That's a real bummer.
No, they're not. They made fun of him on Hard Knocks and they cut him.
Will Greer is their third guy now. If Cooper Rush has to, oh my lord, please no, please no. Don't make me watch another season of a backup quarterback with these guys.
All right, we will cover the rest of kickoff week's games on the next show next Friday. Just want to cover the Thursday game now.
What about
real football?
What if we pick our Super Bowl matchup? Can we do that?
Oh, let's do it. Who you guys got in the Super Bowl? Off the cuff. Let's go division by division. You want to do division by division?
No, I'm saying
sure. Go for it. Yeah, we can do division by division.
Division winners, 3 wild card teams, and then pick your Super Bowl.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's do that.
I don't remember who's in every division, but
all right. AFC East. Who you got? Who's winning the division?
Bills.
Washington. Wait, AFC East or NFC East?
AFC.
Oh,
Bills.
Miami. I like Miami.
Get out.
I took Pats.
Better defense.
I took Pats. Josh is taking the Bills. Eric's taking Miami.
Tua, baby. Let's go.
Tua time.
Okay.
I believe.
NFC East. Eric, you said Washington already?
Washington. Let's go.
The football team, huh? Back-to-back East champs?
Yes.
Josh, who you got?
It's never back-to-back in the East, so I can't go Washington just because the damn.
Who are you going to go with?
I'm going to go. I'm gonna
do it. Pick them.
I'm gonna go Philly.
Oh my!
I'm gonna go Philly.
Get out of here.
Washington. I'm taking Washington. I was gonna do something crazy, but Josh did it. So
I gotta insult Eric at least a little bit.
Why? I didn't even pick my own team. You can't insult me with that.
AFC North.
We to North. AFC North. Oh, that was easy.
Cleveland. I like Cleveland.
No, it's Baltimore.
Okay. Let's hear it for the boys.
Nick Chubb, let's go.
It's Baltimore. Come on.
Josh, you
Let's
taking
hear
in
it
the
for the
north?
bone.
It's Baltimore. We're going Baltimore.
I'm going Baltimore as well.
Oh, with all the injuries already? Interesting.
Yeah.
Don't
Okay.
care. It's to the running backs. Doesn't affect me.
Go.
Let's say they make a wild card.
The South. So we all taking Houston, right?
No. We didn't do the You're not going to do the NFC North?
Oh yeah, sorry. NFC North. Sorry. Yep. NFC North.
Green Bay.
Yeah, it's Green Bay anyway. So it doesn't matter.
It's their division to lose. Usually is, as long as
Nobody
Rodgers
wants
is
Detroit?
healthy.
Nobody wants Detroit. Nobody wants
No.
the Vikings.
No. Come on.
If Fields starts week 1, I'll say the Bears, but he's not going to
No, I
start
still
week 1.
wouldn't. Okay, it's Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers.
Love
gonna come
Justin
out there with
Fields.
something to prove. All right, so AFC South.
Titans.
Ooh, I forgot it. Yeah,
I'm-
so it's
I'm
the
going
Colts,
Colts.
them,
I'm going Colts.
Houston, and
Colts or Titans?
who's the other team in that division?
Jacksonville.
Oh yeah, give me the Titans. Give me Derrick Henry just destroying people with
The
Julio
only reason I'm
Jones.
saying the Colts is they could have won last year if they had a little bit better quarterback play, and Carson Wentz is just a little bit better than Philip Rivers. at
Are
this point in
we
his career.
sure?
This point in his career. All right,
Find out.
NFC South. Defending champions, Tampa Bay. Jameis Winston, 30 for 30.
No,
Ooh,
it's
I want to pick New Orleans so bad, but I'll go Tampa.
Carolina, Christian McCaffrey's back. Got him a new quarterback.
he'll be hurt.
Tampa.
What's the other team in the South?
Falcons.
Falcons.
Falcons. Dirty
Their
Birds.
defense is horrible.
Dirty Birds.
It's Brady and the Bucks. He got everybody to come back. Everybody.
That's Tampa Bay.
AFC West.
Live and die by TB. There's a reason why the initials are TB for that city.
We talked about it, Brad. He's Title Town. He is Title Town.
Tampa Bay, baby. Tampa Bay.
All right, AFC West.
Oh, that's easy. Next.
Oh, the Chiefs. Yeah,
Yeah. Next.
that's a gimme.
You guys taking KC? You guys taking KC?
Yeah, it's them.
My team's
Denver.
in-
Who
My
else?
team's in
As
that
much as I
division.
want to take the LA Chargers, I can't in good conscience.
I love Justin Herbert, but no. Yeah,
All right, NFC West. Now this one's a little harder here.
this is always a division that like beats the crap out of each other, and I love it. I love
Exactly.
watching the NFC West games.
Is anybody gonna jump on the Niners? Kyle Shanahan, losing record as a head coach, but hey, somehow he's always in the conversation as coach
He's
of the year.
great.
He's
His losing record. I didn't know that. That's fantastic.
a good coach, though.
Because everybody talks about him like he's the second coming of Vince Lombardi
Yeah,
or
if
something.
you look at
Yeah,
like these random like best head coaches in the NFL ranked, like he's always in the top tier, and you're like,
The first year he didn't have a quarterback, so that one okay. Second season took his team to the Super Bowl. And then last year didn't have a quarterback.
3 and something. Yep.
Didn't have a quarterback, and his best defensive players all got hurt. So I'm not
What was Belichick's? What would you say the New England's record was last year?
7-9.
Exactly.
Almost 500.
He couldn't even do.
Sounds
7
like
now.
Bill's better than him.
No one ever said Shanahan was as good as friggin' Bill Belichick.
All right. So who we taking in the West? You going Seattle? We going Rams? We going Niners? We going crazy and saying AZ can come though?
No, AZ's
No, I like LA. I like LA with Matty Stafford. I've been listening to too much
LA
flying
Rams
coach.
for the Eric.
Too much flying coach.
I'm going Rams as well. I like the Rams.
You're going Rams as well. I am going crazy here. And I'm going to take Seattle. I just don't want us all to say the same thing. Let Russ
Why?
coach, baby.
Just listen to your heart, Brad.
No, I'm not going Rams.
Just listen.
Ain't got no running game.
That doesn't matter.
All right. 3 wild card teams from the AFC. Josh, go.
New England, Pittsburgh, and the Raiders.
The Raiders? Man, you must have drank some Kool-Aid down there in Vegas.
No,
Eric.
well, it'll be Colts. It'll probably be Colts. You're right, Colts.
Um,
Yeah, Colts.
I like Baltimore.
Okay.
This is AFC. Baltimore. Oh, I said
You
I
could
said
win
Miami
the
was going to win the
Bills.
division, so let's go with the Bills. And give me Josh's team with Teddy B and Javonte Williams. I like that and that defense.
Denver sneaking in? Okay,
I think
like
so.
it. Mine are going to be Titans. Or the Chargers. LAC.
There you go.
And then I'm gonna put the Bills in there.
Who did you have in the East? The Patriots?
I had the Patriots. Yeah.
Okay.
Bill gets his division back. All right. NFC. Eric, give me your 3 NFC teams. Dallas.
How dare you? Don't ever say that again. No, they'll pick in like the middle of the pack, just like they do every year for the last however many years. From the NFC, let's see. Nobody from the East because they're terrible.
Okay.
NFC West, yes, definitely a team from the West. Who though? Let's go with Seattle.
Seattle?
Oh, no, wait. No, the 49ers, because I think Lance comes in after Garoppolo gets hurt, and I think he lights it up.
Okay, 49ers.
Let's go 49ers. NFC South. Ooh. Probably one of those teams. Let's go Saints.
Okay,
and
one more.
NFC North, Chicago.
Chi-Town, huh? Okay.
Justin Fields, let's go.
Josh, you got yours?
Niners, Hawks, Saints. Jameis going back to the playoffs, baby. 30
Mine is going to be – I'm going to go Rams. Then I'm going Minnesota. I think they can do it this year.
Yeah, they can go to the playoffs.
Okay.
Minnesota.
If that defense holds up, yeah, they can for sure. But I don't know how that's going to play out.
Minnesota. And then you know what? I think Dallas can sneak in the playoffs. I think
Shut up.
The division now. They just got to win a couple games outside of the division. I think they can do it.
They never win outside. They can't even win at home.
They could have last year had Dak stayed healthy. I think they would have won that division.
I don't know, man. That defense is so trash. It's so
bad.
trash,
you're right. But if they can not turn the ball over like they did, they were turning the ball over last year. Like the defense is bad, but it doesn't help when you're giving the other team the ball at the 35-yard line.
No, you're 100% correct. It also doesn't help that when you let the other team score on like every drive. So
yeah, but when the defense gets demoralized. So I'm gonna give Dallas a shot here. I'm gonna give them a chance here.
You're a sweetheart, Brad. I appreciate it.
Give them a chance here. Minnesota and Dallas is wildcard teams. What's your Super Bowl game there, Josh?
Buffalo and the Los Angeles Rams. I got the Buffalo Bills with Josh Allen winning his first Super Bowl.
Wow.
Okay, Eric, who's yours?
You don't want to go Bucks Chiefs. That's boring.
I don't want to go Chiefs. I want to go Bucks though, because I don't think Brady will be denied. That man is a psychopath, and I just don't think he'll ever stop.
You going Titans?
From the AFC? Ooh, I do like the Titans. Their defense.
Because I'm looking at your division winners right now. You got Titans, Cleveland, and Miami, and Kansas City. And I'm like,
ooh. Cleveland won't make it. Who are my wild card again? Who are my wild cards?
Bills, Baltimore, and Denver.
Bills, Baltimore, Denver. I like the Bills. Let's go Bills, Bucks. I like it. The East Coast matchup.
Bills, baby.
And then you're going to have
the Mafia finally gets one.
You having Brady win it? Eric, you having Brady win it?
Yes. Yeah.
Shut up.
I got Baltimore.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay.
And then I got them going to the playoffs, and then I got them playing, I think, Washington, man. Honestly, a little bit better quarterback play. They could have beat Tampa Bay last year if they had better quarterback play.
That's fair. They played them really tough in that game.
Team to actually give the Bucs a playoff game last year.
Well, they do the one thing that Brady's not good at, and that's pressure up the middle because their front four is just nasty. Exactly. So yes, they have a chance. Sure. I'm not
saying it's gonna be pretty, but
I'd love to see it. But I just
can be somewhat consistent.
I don't think Brady will be denied, man. Brady wants to fill up those extra fingers.
Back-to-back Super Bowl champions is so hard to do. That's why it's not doing it.
It's tough, man, but
look at the odds. All right, but I got Baltimore winning it all. Colin Cowherd said something crazy, and I love it. He's like, Cam gets all these excuses. Lamar Jackson's been better than him the last couple of years, and Lamar Jackson gets no excuses for him. Everybody dogs on Lamar. Lamar's numbers have been way better than Cam's have, but Cam gets every excuse under the book. Everybody, he was an MVP. Like, Lamar gets nothing. Lamar has no talent around him, obviously. Yes, I know. But
If they can get healthy like middle of the season and they hang in for the first like 6-7 weeks, they have a really good shot. They are. Baltimore's defense is always good.
They have really good special teams, and the offense controls the clock.
Yeah, they're well coached. They're a good team. We'll see if they can get healthy and get the weapons back in the middle of the season. I think they'll be all right.
And
I just don't think Brady will be.
Somebody can knock Kansas City off before they play them.
Good luck with that. That's a tall order right there.
Maybe the Titans can get a hold of Kansas City and pick them up.
If you can control the clock with Henry, maybe.
Yeah. All right. That's our Super Bowl predictions. I got Baltimore. Eric has Tampa Bay, and Josh has Bills Mafia.
Yeah.
That'd be great. I'd love to see that.
I wanted to go Bills, but I just want in the wintertime, they don't run the ball enough to win up in Buffalo in the winter.
And if they win, I'll jump.
If they could somehow get home field advantage and everybody had to come to them, like if Mahomes had to go play up in
don't run the ball
Buffalo,
in the
that would
winter.
suck.
It is harder to catch the ball in the cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I will jump to a table if they win.
If Derrick Henry goes to Buffalo in the winter, it is not going to be pretty for that defense.
You're right. It won't be. You're right. Because
Isn't that what happened to him last year?
Yeah, he's a big man. He hits real hard.
Come in there and just beat them up. What did Marshawn Lynch say? Everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the mouth. Or that's Mike Tyson saying.
That was Mike Tyson. But I'm sure Marshawn Lynch probably said it because he ran a lot of people over in his.
He says a lot of things. He's like, yeah, people make some business decisions when you're coming up the middle.
Yeah,
dude. Derrick Henry, you definitely got to make business. You got to make life decisions. Yeah,
they do. That's some CTE decisions right there.
What about the poor dude who had to play Derrick Henry in high school? Have you seen like his high school pictures and then his high school?
Yes,
it's not fair.
I didn't know he's the only running back to run for 2,000 yards in high school, 2,000 yards in a season in college, and 2,000 yards in a season in the NFL.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, "Oh, he's gonna fall off." Nope, he ain't falling off nowhere. He's just gonna keep trucking people for the rest of his life.
He will fall off eventually. I just don't know.
Yeah, when he's like 40.
He ain't gonna make it that long.
I think he will. I think he's going to make it a lot longer than people think.
He's got 2 more seasons in him.
Nah, I think he goes.
This workload, 2 more seasons.
And just keep right on trucking. He don't care about nothing. Nobody.
That's right. He's basically a diesel engine.
No, he's good. It's just
the higher the miles, it just gets stronger.
How old is he?
Once his hamstring pops that one time, it's game over.
He doesn't have to worry about hamstrings.
That tear in that hamstring, I'm pretty sure that trench down in the ocean there, that really deep one, ain't as big.
The Mariana Trench.
Yeah. It isn't going to be as big as that one in his hamstring. Because his hamstring is ginormous.
All right.
How old is Derrick Henry? I have to find out now.
27.
He's 27. I bet he goes for he's got 3 good seasons left in him.
2 more years, man.
He'll be good till he's 30.
Bo Jackson would have.
Thanks for tuning in to the Empty Wagon Fantasy Football Podcast. You don't need to hear anything from Brad after he says Bo Jackson. That's the best thing you can hear all night. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you guys. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Empty Wagon FF. You can find Eric at Guns of L19 on the Twitter sphere. Brad is at Tag Jones, and I'm at FF Josh Hughes. We love you guys. We'll see you next week. Good luck for your Thursday night matchup. Bye-bye.
You don't know Bo.